Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. In this session, we'll be discussing from the 20th verse of the 9th chapter of the first canto of Srimad-Bhagavatam. Yam manyase matuleyam priyam mitram suhrittamam akaro sachivam dutam sauhridad atha sarathim. The meaning of this verse is, O king, it's again Bhishma Deva addressing King Yudhishthira and the other assembled sages. O king, that personality whom, out of ignorance only, you thought to be your maternal cousin, your very dear friend, well-wisher, counselor, messenger, benefactor, etc., is that very personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Bhishma Deva is revealing to the Pandavas and through the Pandavas to all of us that Krishna, even though he was acting as the maternal cousin of the Pandavas, Krishna appeared as the son of Vasudeva. Vasudeva's sister is Kunti. Kunti's children are the Pandavas. So, Vasudeva is Pandava's uncle, maternal uncle. And Krishna being the son of Vasudeva, who appeared as the son of Vasudeva, Krishna is the maternal cousin. So, Bhishma is telling Yudhishthira, don't think Krishna is an ordinary person who is your maternal cousin. No, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But he is playing the role of your maternal cousin. He is acting as your dear friend. He is your well-wisher. He is your counselor. He is your messenger. He is your benefactor. So many roles. But he is, in all these circumstances, in all these roles, he remains the Supreme Personality of Godhead, unchanging Supreme Personality. His powers, his position, his energies, his control is unchanged. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada explains, Lord Sri Krishna, although acting as the cousin, brother, friend, well-wisher, counselor, messenger, benefactor, etc. of the Pandavas, was still the Supreme Personality of Godhead. His position doesn't change. Out of his causeless mercy and favor upon his unalloyed devotees, unalloyed devotees means pure devotees, he performs all kinds of services. But that does not mean that he has changed his position as the absolute person. So he is unchanged Supreme Person. To think of him as an ordinary man is the grossest type of ignorance. What happens in our ordinary dealing? We see some person, today he may be very rich man, but something happens, Krishna forbid, somebody loses in the stock market, then they become very, very poor. They lose so much money. They may lose most of their money. So, this way our position in this world changes. And even if somebody's position doesn't change during the lifetime in this particular body, when they die, their position is finished, over. They have to take birth again in a new position as a son of somebody else, in some other place, in some other situation. So laws of karma are binding every living being in this world who is under the laws of karma. So Krishna is not under the laws of karma. Krishna is not a created being. Krishna is the Supreme Person eternally. Eternally He is that. No matter what role He assumes, no matter which form of incarnation He comes to this world, He is the Supreme Lord. That is to be understood. The next verse, 21st verse, Bhishma Deva is now further explaining. Sarvatmanas samadrusho hi advayasya anahankrutehe tatkritam mati vaishamyam niravadyasya na kvachet. The meaning of this verse is, being the absolute personality of Godhead, He is present in everyone's heart. He refers to Krishna. Krishna is present in everyone's heart. He is equally kind to everyone and is free from the false ego of differentiation. Therefore, whatever He does is free from material inebriety. He is equibalanced. Okay, what is the meaning of the word? So many words here. False ego of differentiation. False ego means we have got something called ahankara. Due to this false ego, ahankara, I think I am this body. You think you are your body. You do not know, because of the false ego, that you are spirit soul different from the body. So that is called false ego. And false ego creates differentiation. We don't see people in terms of what they are as spirit soul. As spirit soul, everyone is equal. All the living beings are equal. But we see their external body and say, such and such a person is poor, or somebody is rich, or somebody is learned, or somebody is ignorant, or somebody is a man, somebody else is some other living being is a dog, some other living being is a fish, bird, insect. We make distinction, differentiation based on the wrong understanding that every living being is the body. So Krishna doesn't make this distinction because He doesn't have false ego. He doesn't make distinction. He sees everyone as the spirit soul covered by a material body. He sees the body also, but He sees the covering of the material body due to their desire to lord over material nature, due to their desire for material enjoyment in this world. They have been given a material body by the arrangement of Krishna Himself, so that they can satisfy their material desires. Otherwise, their every living being's identity is spirit soul. So, Krishna, whatever He does, is free from material inebriety. What is inebriety? Materially, there are so many distinctions made. Something is inferior, something is superior. Something is good, something is bad, materially speaking. So these are all relative. These are all relative things. Krishna doesn't have that relativity because He has nothing to do with matter or material interactions or material forms or material existence itself. Krishna has nothing to do with it. He is always on the transcendental platform. He deals with everyone as spirit soul. His dealings are all completely spiritual. He Himself is a transcendental, is the spiritual transcendental personality. So therefore, He is equibalanced. He doesn't have material distinctions. So Prabhupada explains in the purport, because Krishna is absolute, there is nothing different from Him. He is Kaivalya. Kaivalya means there is nothing except Himself in existence. Everything and everyone in this manifestation is His energy. We are His energy. Each living being is His marginal energy. Everything material is His material energy. And thus He is present everywhere by His energy being non-different from it. Krishna and His energy. Krishna is the Supreme Person. The energy is His energy. He has got many energies, multiple energies, and the quantity of these energies is unlimited. He has got His form, His personality, that is also unlimited. So Krishna is present everywhere by his energy, spread everywhere. Just like Prabhupada gives an example, the sun is identified with every inch of the sun rays. The sun is somewhere in the spiritual sky, millions of miles away from the earth. But the sunshine is coming to the earth and providing heat and light and energy and sustaining life on this planet. So that sunshine is in one sense not different from the sun. It's the energy of the sun. And we can identify the sun as full of this energy, which we call sunshine, sun rays. Similarly, the Lord is distributed by his different energies. The Lord is present by virtue of his being present as energy, his own energy spread everywhere. He is Paramatma, the super soul, present in everyone as a supreme guidance. Not only Krishna's energies is spread everywhere in this material world as the material energy, he is also entered into everyone's heart, every living being's heart as the super soul, as the Paramatma. That is another form of Krishna who is an expansion of Krishna who has entered into everybody's heart. And he is giving guidance to every living being from within the heart. Therefore, Krishna is already the chariot driver and counsel of every living being, Sarathi. He is not just guiding Arjuna alone, he is guiding everyone as the Paramatma in their heart. So therefore, Prabhupada is explaining how when Krishna exhibits himself as chariot driver of Arjuna, there is no change in his exalted position. He is already seated in Arjuna's heart as the Paramatma. He is guiding Arjuna. So externally, when he apparently becomes the chariot driver of Arjuna and guides Arjuna while driving his chariot, there is no change in his position. So it is only because of the devotional service that Arjuna wants to render to Krishna. Krishna agrees to become Arjuna's chariot driver. Otherwise, to give guidance to Arjuna, Krishna is already in Arjuna's heart. What is the need for Krishna to come externally appear as the chariot driver of Arjuna? There is no need. Then Prabhupada explains he does that for the sake of teaching the others, not Arjuna. For the sake of teaching others, he speaks the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Even though he is a chariot driver of Arjuna, he is the Lord. And he speaks Bhagavad Gita. And through Arjuna, he is instructing and educating the whole world. So this is the absolute nature of Krishna. For Krishna, there is nothing superior and inferior action. When he is instructing Arjuna as the spiritual master of Arjuna, he is apparently in a superior position. Arjuna is submitting, surrendering, and Arjuna is inquiring from Krishna, kindly guide me, kindly instruct me, kindly enlighten me. And Krishna is instructing, enlightening Arjuna. So superior position. When Arjuna is ordering, take my chariot between the two armies, Krishna is in an inferior position, apparently, but actually it is explained, Krishna being absolute, there is no difference between his superior position and inferior position in his relationship with his devotees. He remains always the Supreme Lord. He may assume any form, he may do any activity, inferior or superior according to our calculation. But as far as Krishna is concerned, it is simply his loving reciprocation with his devotees. Whether it's Mother Yashoda, whether it's Radharani, whether it's Arjuna, whether it is any devotee, even Bhishma, we will hear how Bhishma is praying to Krishna, kindly be present before me at the time of my death, quitting the body. And Krishna fulfilled Bhishma's request very graciously. So that is the loving relationship between Krishna and his devotees. I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.